There's a famous Gemara in Maseches Yuma and Daf Lamed Hey Amud Beis. We've mentioned it a few times in some of the previous Shiurim, something which is very powerful. It says in the Gemara that Achar Mea V'Esrim, Hashem will go and bring over there in front of the heavenly court the people who will go and ask the question to the people who are Oile and Shemayim, why exactly were you not Oisek b'Torah? Why weren't you sitting and learning Torah? Why didn't you have a chelik in Limud Torah? And each person who will prepare themselves with a specific excuse, there will be somebody else over there in Shemayim to go and testify and say, but that can't be because you definitely weren't like me. And the Gemara goes and says over there that a person who goes and says that he was so poor and he had to be busy all day trying to make a buck, that person is going to meet Hillel. Hillel HaZaken is going to come over there and he's going to say, were you poorer than me? And I was able to go and learn. And then somebody who's going to say that he was so busy in business all day because he had so much wealth, they're going to bring Rabbi and Charsim, and he's going to go and say, were you at all any wealthier than I was? I was for sure the wealthiest person, and I still made time to go and learn. And they're going to come and say, you know what, you didn't grow up in the world I grew up in. I live in a world over here where there's so much desire that's going on in the world around me. There was so much desire, and there's no way that I could have gave a second up for learning. Then will come Yosef HaTzadik. Yosef HaTzadik will come and say, did you have any more nisayon greater than my nisayon? And then we will see that we really don't have any excuse why exactly we didn't go and prepare ourselves for the next world by sitting and learning in this world. Comes Rav Chaim Shmulevitz, the Rosh Yeshiva of Mir Yeshiva, and he's asked a question over there, why exactly is this Gemara so powerful? I mean, these are true great people that they're going to come and tell us that the reason why they overcame the Yetzer Hara, or even though they were busy with business, or even though they were so poor and they had to find business all day, those were great people. What does that have to do with us? Hillel HaZaken, Rav Lazar ben Charsim, Yosef HaTzadik, what does that have to do with us, B'chlal? We're regular, simple people. And Rav Chaim Shmulevitz said like this, he said that a person who goes and wants to understand this Gemara, he has to realize that when it comes to Limud Torah, when it comes to being Oisik in Torah, it's totally different. Torah is our lifeline. Limud Torah and having a connection to Torah, that's our lifeline. That's our oxygen over here. This, of course, is related to every person. It doesn't matter if a person was on a greater level or a smaller level. Every person has to have their chelik in Torah. Everyone has to go and try to reach that chelik that there was destined for them. And he went further to say, therefore, you can't go and give, any tiny and say, hey, this is a great people that overcame those things, but I can't overcome those things. Because everybody has their level that they could overcome, because it's Torah. What wouldn't you do for oxygen? What wouldn't you do for, when it comes to business? You would do whatever you can to go and make sure you have that chelik in business. So to over here, this is our lifeline, Torah. Of course you have to do whatever you can to be able to get your chelik. And he finished by saying that a person has to realize that every time, why this whole idea of time is so important in regards to how did you spend your time? Did you do it? Did you not do it? Did you learn? Did you not learn? Why is it so important to Chazal? Because it's coming to teach us a very important lesson. That every person here, even if he did fulfill things, he has to look at himself and say, did I reach my potential? Did I get to my potential? Did I get to the place where I have to get to? Did I get to this great level that I could have gotten to? Or did I sell myself short? And that is the idea that Chazal is trying to remind us that not only are we going to be asked that question, but you have to be able to remind yourself that we have to reach our potentials. If we can squeeze a little bit more out of ourselves, we should definitely try to do it. Everyone should have a great day. Thank you all for listening, and have all of you, Siyata Dishmaya, to continue to fulfill in reaching your potential.